And she said, so move on now, pick your things, everything is ready. Your visa was approved, you have a yes from the immigration, you have a yes from the school, you have a yes from the landlord of the house, you have a yes for everything. So come here now, come to New Zealand and come to be happy, she said. I'll never forget, she said to me, come to be happy in New Zealand. I remember that I looked to my wife and I said, and now, let's go or let's give up. On February 19th, I arrived in Auckland. Auckland is in the North Island because New Zealand is divided by two islands, North and South. So Auckland has around 1.6 million people living there. It's the most populous city in New Zealand. So Auckland, my first impression, the airport was beautiful, nice place. But my first impression of Auckland, it was like bad. I didn't like too much because the city looks like old that moment for me. You know, it looks like old. The buildings were old. I had difficulties in the first week because the time zone. I couldn't sleep at all. But Auckland is nice. It's a beautiful city. There are a lot of beautiful parks, beaches, so you can go to the beach, you can have a green park in front of the beach, people having picnics. So Auckland is a multicultural city, so the coffee shops or the stores close too early, around 4 p.m., 5 p.m. The malls, if you want to go to a mall at night, you can't because they close around 5, 6 p.m. and it's impossible to visit. I remember when I started to go to the supermarkets, to the stores, I saw people walking barefoot with no shoes in their feet, and what is this? You know, so strange. People walking in malls with barefoot as well. I started my course in this school, and the first thing we had, it was a Maori person talking to us in Maori language, because New Zealand has two languages, official languages, the English and Maori, and the guy was speaking Maori with us. The Maori people are the indigenous people from New Zealand, and they are really nice people, and they are so strong. They have a genetic, they have a physiology that is different from us. They are strong. They are not too tall, sometimes tall, but you know, very strong. But it is like a trait from people from Pacific Islands, you know, like these countries, like I said, Samoa, Tonga, these countries. So it's a trait from these people. They did one other important trait of Maori people is the hongi. Hongi is the way that they do a greeting for you. They give your hand, they take your hands and touch forehead with forehead and nose to nose, and you have to do this with everyone. So it's a kind of interesting thing as well. And they have a specific thing which I really like, it is the haka. The haka dance. What is haka? Haka, it's a presentation, like a dance presentation, that they used to do in battles against other people, against other countries, and at the same time is to receive you, to be welcoming with you. So they always do this presentation as well. in an event. And you can visit some temples of Maori people, and you're gonna have this as well when you visit. So when I started my course there, it was a challenge for me because I've never studied in another language before, just short courses, but not a postgraduate course. And it was a challenge. So when I started to have classes with different teachers from other countries, his name is Martin. Martin is a tough guy, really tough guy. And I did one discipline with him. We have to write 2 articles for each discipline. And the first thing that he told me was, he took my article and he said, this is not academic writing. And he said, this is not an academic article, this is for graduation, the beginning of graduation. It's a shit. Actually, I failed. I remember to think, what I'm doing here? I want to go back.